Alright everybody, hello, welcome back. This is Chairmaster Games. We're on part 3 of the Final Fantasy US version playthrough. We're going to pick up right where we left off with the getting ready to have a new character inducted into our party here. We're at Kaipo Village, or getting ready to go into Kaipo Village. Probably going to play for about an hour today. So here we go. Alright. So there's two main things that we need to do here. If you remember last time we were outside of Mist Village with a girl whose name has not been given yet. She must rest. Welcome. Oh, take her to the room. Hurry up. Money? No, that's okay. Go ahead. Thank you. Okay. You okay? Girl. I haven't heard your name yet. Girl says nothing. I know I've done an awful thing. I can't ask for your forgiveness. But at least let me protect you, please. And she still says nothing. Alright. So, she decides to go to bed. She'll talk when she's ready. And cue the night scene. I finally found you, Cecil. Girl. Excited. Wait! His Majesty decided that the Callers of Mist are too dangerous to be left alive. What? Hand her over. No! Alright. In this battle sequence, you notice we have officers and soldiers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill 2 out of the 3 officers, because if you kill all 3 officers first, kill all 3 soldiers first, the officer, which is the leader, will retreat. I kind of messed up on that one. I was killing the second officer and I went to the first. Okay, that's kind of bogus. Alright, there's one. And there's 2. Now, all you're going to do, because you're going to get about 800 experience for this if you kill the officer first instead of killing all the soldiers and he doesn't retreat. So you're going to get a lot more experience in this situation. Damn it! It's not what I wanted to do. I'm not paying attention. I knew it. I screwed myself there, guys. Not paying attention to what I was doing. See, I got 165 experience and 480 gold instead of like 800. Gotta take my medicine on camera here. Hang on just a second. Gonna hear my chair kind of clicking. a drink with me so I don't get parched during the broadcast here. Okay, so in my mistake that I just did, that's not what you want to do, because as you just saw, the officer retreated when the soldiers were killed. So that was my bad, and we won't do that next time. Hopefully I won't screw up in the middle of a broadcast. Did I get you in trouble? Sorry. It's for me to apologize. Well, I know you can't forgive me, but you protected me. I'm RYDIA. I always say RYDIA because I have that long Y sound. I guess it could be RYDIA or RYDIA, but I always say RYDIA. She joined? Alright, now, this is kind of an important moment here because this is where styles of play kind of can change. Alright? So let's take a look at Rydia's stats. As you can see, strength of 3, agility of 4, vitality of 2, wisdom of 8, and a will of 5. So she's not very strong, but she's at level 1. Okay? Now, what it has for her is the rod, the cap, the leather, and the iron ring. Now, I don't play with Rydia using the rod. In the Japanese version, the rod can be used as a weapon and do a couple things that's pretty cool. In the American version, it does not. So I don't play with the rod for her. Now, she misses a lot when she's at lower level. Most of this hour today is going to be spent leveling her up. I usually level her up till about 15 or 20 before I even go into the next part of what we need to do. But there's a couple things in this town that we need to do that's crucial to the storyline. So, first thing, we're going to go check our pots and little logs and stuff over here, see if we can find anything, which we can't. Alright, here's your item shop, okay? Talk to her. Tella has brought up his daughter Anna alone, but Anna ran away. Oh, okay. Alright, Cure 1, of course, cures hit points. Life brings you back to life, gives you about, I believe, 50 to 80 hit points. Tent, of course, you sleep in a save point, recovers up to 1,099 MP. Carrot brings big chocobos, which actually hold items for you when your screen gets full. Heal heals you from ailments like sleep, poison, silence, things like that. Ether 1 recovers magic. I believe these recover 40 to 50. Okay. So before I do anything, go up here, talk to this guy right here. You have to talk to this guy in Kaipo, because if you don't, the next part of the story will not happen when we get there. I found that out the hard way. On my way to Fable, but a strange old man is denying the way in the watery pass. Welcome, we have few customers these days because of the monsters. Isn't she so nice? Just welcoming me with open arms. Or a jiggly butt, because she's dancing back and forth. Only the damn Cyan royalty can enter Cave Antlion to the east of damn Cyan. Okay. Another part of the story, the Antlion. What's that all about? Things getting interesting in Final Fantasy II now. Okay, so before I go anywhere, check some barrels and things like that. Ether 1. Those are valuable. In the early part of the game, you want to save them and use them sparingly because you don't get a lot, and they cost 10,000 gold each. Go up here. A girl from Baron was kept from falling down. She kept calling a name. Do you know the name Cecil? Sure I do. That's my name. Rosa! Rosa! Cecil. Don't leave me, Cecil. We need the sand ruby to cure the fever, but it's in the lair of the monster called Antlion. Oh, we just heard about that. The best remedy for the desert fever is the sand ruby. That's also called a different name in the Japanese version. Okay, so now this girl will get out of my way. I'm gonna go over here. Alright. I'm gonna buy a short bow. Okay. I don't have enough. Crap. Alright. Now, this is kind of what I wanted to talk about. Notice that she has the rod in her left hand. Or, excuse me, her right hand. I'm going to take the rod out. Now, I want to show you this. Put the short bow in her left, which gives her a 1. And the 98 arrows, which gives her an 8. That's not her maximum. Okay? Because she's right-handed, she wants to pull the bow back, or the arrow back, with her right hand. She wants to shoot the arrow with her right hand. So we're going to take this out. Take this out, put the iron bow in her left hand, and the arrow in her right. As you can see, the attack power is better. It's a 10 versus an 8. So that's why we do that, okay? Now, alright, so I've done what I needed to do here in the town for right now. We can go look at armor. There's nothing really that's stronger for her to help her. The only thing, maybe a leather cap if they have it. So we're going to go ahead and sell the rod for 50 bucks. They don't even have a, no, they don't have a, let me see, she's got leather armor, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, they don't have a leather cap, so, alright. So check that in there, nothing there. Alright, so we've done pretty much everything. Over here is the training room. It gives you more techniques and stuff like that. Let me just make sure there's nothing over there. I think I checked the barrels already. I did. Love how those stupid people get in your way in this game. Alright, now this game takes, to do this right, it takes an excessively long time to build her, to grind, to build up. Okay, she doesn't know any magic yet. And like I said, she misses a lot. And grinding can be kind of tedious. So I'm not going to sit you guys through all of this, but I want to show. I may. That's the reason I'm doing this. To show exactly what I have to do to level up and how I have to do it. It's not easy. I mean, you have to go through and you have to take time and grind properly and get a lot of things. Now, when Rydia first goes up, there she goes. She hit finally. She actually goes up quite a few levels pretty quick when she gets experience. 70 gold, 130 experience. Rydia gained a level, learn Nice 1. Rydia gained a level, learn Cure 1. So right now, she can use both black and white magic. Okay, one of the things I'm going to do, remember we talked about earlier the form and the change? I'm going to form her down. Shoot. Sorry guys, I'm off today, I don't know. Alright, now notice that Cecil is out a little bit from where she is. So now she's going to be in the back. And her hit points have gone up to 47. Her magic has gone up to 20. Okay, now there's her white magic. Now you can arrange the magic in any order that you want to, and I'll get into that as she learns more spells. She also has the option to call, which is one of her most powerful features in the game, and she learns more calls as you go through. But it's the CHOCB for Chocobo, and I'll show that here in a little bit. Okay, so we're just going to go out. Now her magic gets pretty powerful pretty fast. So we're going to stay right near the town. We're going to battle here for a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to get her up to level 15 or 20, somewhere in there. It takes me about an hour. Okay, so we'll kill these guys off. Wow. Twice in a row. Jeez. Once she gets a little bit more magic points, I'll show Chocobo. I don't want to use it right now because I'm saving her magic points if we run into Sandmen, because her ice spell obliterates them. So. Okay, there we go. 130 again. Rydia gained a level, learned Sight, Heal, and a Cure 1. Nice. And like I said, it's kind of repetitive. Sorry, you kind of seeing me go back and forth on the screen. And there are other enemies in this, and I was hoping one of them would pop up. And of course she misses. Now Cecil's going to do weak damage. Now, what I usually do when I start getting two characters, I don't fight the same enemy. I usually put the stronger character on another enemy. But because Rydia is so weak right now, I'm waiting for her to build up and trying to kill an enemy so she doesn't get hit. I want to avoid her getting hit at all costs because she takes a lot of damage. Now, my question in one of these games is like what you just saw. She's a little bit further back, but that's a bigger enemy. To me, she would be able to hit that enemy easier than she would the larva because the larva's kind of small. But I don't know if that logic applies to this game or not. Alright, now that she's gone up a little bit, Cure 2, have her fight one more time, and you can see, as she fights, we'll take a look at her stat. Her strength's now 4, agility's a 6, vitality's a 3, wisdom is a 10, and will is a 6. So her wisdom will go up quite quickly because that's her ability to learn magic, and her attack goes up a little bit, 31%. The defense goes up some. So she's going, but it takes a little bit of time. But her magic and hit points raise. I'm going to fight one more battle, and then I'm going to go in and sleep and get her healed up. There we go. That's what I wanted. Alright, so this is one of the benefits of having Rydia, and this is why I like having her. Go down to black, ice 1. Press back, and you see how all 3 fingers are pointing to each enemy? That will put them on each enemy, so you can actually do that. And kills them all. 80 experience, 160. Rydia gained a level, learn lightning 1. Okay, so now we have a total of 65 hit points and 30 magic points. Go in here, sleep, okay, now the reason I haven't gone ahead to get the next character is because as you get more characters, your experience when you fight lesser monsters or weaker monsters weakens, and it's less per person because you're dividing it 3 ways instead of 2. So that's one of the reasons I haven't gone to talk about the 3rd character yet. A lot of people may wonder why I'm just showing grinding on these playthroughs is because the grinding is the hard part of the game. The work of the game is the grinding. I actually show how it's done and what it takes to get up to the level that you get up to. And I'm actually happy to be doing this because I'm showing the game in its completion. I'm not skipping anything. I can do tricks and do duplication and things like that, and I'm going to do some of that, but there's a trick in here to skip a level, which I'm not going to use. I'm actually going to tell you what the trick is, but I am not going to skip the level. I'm going to play it through because I want to show this game in its completion as much as I can. Okay. Took care of the 2 sandmen there for me. Okay. 120, Rydia just steadily climbing. Once she gets about level 10, the experience is going to take a little longer. Because, as you get more experience, it goes up higher, and it takes longer to get to, of course. But her magic does get stronger. Each time, a little bit. And guys, please be sure to subscribe to Cheermaster Games if you like what you see. Comment on these. Please give me tips and things that, anything that I may not see. If I miss something in a cave or you notice that I missed something, let me know. For guys that know a little bit more about this game than I do, there's plenty of people that know a lot more than me, and I understand that. But I'm doing this my way of playing. Other people might do it a different way. Some people leave the rod in their hand. Some people don't, it really depends on how you want to play this thing. It's all up to you. That's what makes the game your game. You can decide to do this how you wish. You can grind as long as you want. You can try to go. Some people do go to the watery pass at level 1 with Rydia and let her grind up that way. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I just find it harder if you don't level up first and get the skills that she needs. I'm going to take a look at her stats again. Strength is still a 4. I like for her strength to go up because when her strength goes up, she does well. But you see that wisdom is now an 11. And the will is a 7. I'm going to show Chocobo as well. I did say I would show that. Matter of fact, I'll do that on the next fight. Make sure she's got no magic points for it. She does. Good. Unless I get all Sandman. If I get all Sandman, I'm going to use Ice and take him out real quick. There's 4 Sandmen. They're gone. Now, regardless of the next fight, I'll go ahead and use Chocobo because she learned Hold, which is basically paralyzes a person or an enemy. See what her stats went up to. I check her stats frequently. There we go. Strength went up to a 5. Agility 7. Vitality still a 4. Wisdom's a 12. Will's an 8. Okay. So I'm going to use Chocobo and then we'll... Alright. There we go. So Cecil do that. Call. Chocobo, there we go. Big one there. And the animation for her casting, I think, is really cool. When she's a child, when she's an adult, she looks totally different. On the item screen, she looks different. She doesn't really look different in on the game screen. I guess a little bit she would, but you can you'll be able to see that, later on. Actually hit there. That's a rarity. There's Chocobo for you. If I'm not saying that correctly, I apologize. So we'll be right back with Cheermaster Games and Final Fantasy II.